Hey guys, welcome back to The Grid Gaming. I am Greg Wilmot.
And I'm Aaron Stapefish.
And I think I stole your shirt.
You did steal
And I
my
think you stole my shirt.
This is my shirt. I picked blue because Sega. Sega has a lot of blue.
Oh, I did not think ahead for that. So Sega, you said Sega. What we're doing is, what's your favorite Sega game? So we're going to talk about a few selections of our favorite Sega games. Aaron, why don't we start with you?
Well, one of my favorite Sega games, I will go directly to Streets of Rage 2.
Nice.
This is kind of like the head honcho for all different types of beat 'em ups. Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3 on the Genesis were some of the best
Grab
out
the
there. Yeah, people kind of compare these. Yeah, do some fightsy stuff, and people compared them like to Final Fight.
Some fightsy stuff.
Some fightsy, it's a word.
Love it.
But this is a great series. I think it is definitely one of the better Sega franchises out there. What about you? What's another one?
You know, I'm just going to dive into my absolute favorite, Sonic Adventure 1 for the Dreamcast. This game it's so amazing. And it still holds up. I still play this all the time on my Dreamcast, my original Dreamcast, which, by the way, will skip in an earthquake. That thing will skip if you look at it incorrectly.
And they speak to you when you turn on a Dreamcast. They go,
they do. Those things are loud.
They are loud.
But Sonic Adventure, yeah, the music from Crush 40 is what I talked about in our soundtrack thing. Yeah. And it was just such a different Sonic game after so long.
Yeah. And we definitely want to say Sega. We know that Sega isn't still making consoles, so we're not really touching too much on the new Sega games. We're kind of going with the stuff that was when Sega was still a console.
Yeah, it is the classic
We miss it, man. When Sega Genesis was around, that was an amazing system.
I love
Sega Master System, Sega Saturn.
We are 5 years away from entering the 21st century. Humankind stands on the edge of the interactive age. You have come a long way. But are you ready for the future?
Introducing Sega Saturn.
But I will say one of my other favorites before I pick my favorite is Shinobi.
Oh yeah.
There's great Shinobi on the. This is the Sega Master System version.
This is Shinobi for me.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
That's what I
And
remember.
the Genesis ones were amazing too. They were amazing platformers. Some of the better, most intense games I've played.
Yeah, Shinobi actually is really important to me because back when I was a kid, my next door neighbor, his dad went to Reno on a business trip and he threw a coin in a slot machine and he actually won a Shinobi machine.
That's not fair.
And so we would play Shinobi all the freaking time. Actually, that's a pretty good segue, is Sega was very good at the arcade scene.
Yes.
They always ruled the
Very
arcade
good
scene.
call. Good job with that. Yeah, I would say that Super Nintendo, when it was like especially the Super Nintendo Genesis days, Super Nintendo was more like the warm, happy. Sega gave you that edgy sound with the music, even to this day.
It's so big and colorful.
Yeah,
and attracts attention.
It's gritty. The music too is so it's awesome. It's intense.
And what if you don't have blast processing?
Hydro Thunder.
Hydro Thunder.
That is an intense game. Hydro Thunder. That's my best impression. That's the best I can do.
That was mediocre. Okay, but I will say I'm gonna pick my favorite now, just so we can get moving. But I would say my favorite would be Golden Axe. I think the Golden Axe series was amazing. It's also a beat 'em up, but it was, I don't know, something about it felt so perfect for its time. I feel like when I was thinking of this segment, I was like, how can I pick my favorite Sega game? And I just went up with a straight up answer. What do I play most when I want to play a Sega game? And it's always Golden Axe, you know, whatever I'm playing it on, even Sega Master System version of it. And the arcades of them are amazing. So, but we were thinking, who should we go to tell us about Sega? So we thought, I wish there was a Sega channel out there. But wait, there is. So we're going to our buddy Tyler over at the Sega channel to give us his favorite. So Tyler, take it away.
Nice Segway. Segway?
Amazing.
So I've thought long and hard about this, and I'd have to say that my favorite Sega game of all time is Space Harrier. There's something about Space Harrier that is so inviting. It's this fantasy world full of dragons and crazy enemies and bright colors. I just love flying and running through this incredible world, this world that takes you far and beyond your own. And there's something to be said about everything the game offers. The music, the gameplay, it's fast, it's in your face. The graphics still hold up to this day. There's nothing quite like it. It just looks awesome. I could have picked Shenmue because you can play Space Harrier inside Shenmue. So really, that's like the greatest Sega game of all time right there, but I think that's cheating a little bit. That's what I got. Back to you guys.
Nice choice, Tyler.
Very good. I
love
loved that game. I love the series of all of them, all the different platforms. They're amazing. So good job, Tyler.
Yeah, and I think we have a couple honorable mentions here.
Yes.
One game that I could not forget, Vectorman.
I'm right there with you. That game, the graphics at the time were groundbreaking. Any of the Sonics too, I think that goes without saying, even the older ones.
And then I think you got one more, right?
Phantasy Star. Shenmue also. Shenmue is huge. Shenmue was like a groundbreaking game. Like, what type of game is this? Is it an RPG? Is it a free roamer game? What do I do in this? But it was amazing, and even Tyler mentioned in his video. But real quick, I'm going to read a couple tweets from you guys real quick.
Do it.
Matt Ezero said Streets of Rage 2. Jumble Junkie said Shenmue Knight, amazing game. Golden Axe. Fierce Fee said Streets of Rage. Taylor Hoyt said Valkyrie Chronicles. Vintage Video Game Geek said Space Harrier. Chafa said Sonic 2. AOT the Gamer said Quackshot. That's an amazing platformer. The list goes on and on. Musha, an expensive Genesis game. You guys got some good choices out there. Sega rules. Sega, come back to the consoles. We need you back.
Sad. I want Sega back.
Everybody in the world wants Dreamcast too. That's a legit hands-down thing that everybody wants. So with that said, let us know what you guys think. I'm sure we didn't name a million of them. We just kind of wanted to say
There's a ton. There's a ton. Not as many as you would think, though, because Sega, they didn't own the market.
And don't forget, the Sega commercials are something we can never forget. Sega! Sega! That's pretty much, and it sold us. We all remember it.
I'm even frightened right now.
I am frightened.
I'm scared of myself.
We should probably leave, but tell them who we are again. Again, we're Grid Gaming, guys. Join us. This is the Grid Chat. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, everything at the Grid Gaming. The Grid Gaming Live. We're here. We love to talk to you guys here on the Grid Chat. Again, I am Aaron Stapishki.
And I just counted to 10.
Wow.
And I'm Greg Wilmot.
See you guys next time here on the Grid Gaming at the Grid Chat. Adios.